Hello there. Yes, ma'am. Part two. Hello there, TD. Good stuff. Hey there, Kim. Part two. You're snowed in today. Oh my goodness. I was supposed to be coming to Omaha, I think next week, but I'm not coming. Hey there. Blessings to you, T. Sims. Oh, that's good stuff. I'm glad you're bossing up. Yeah, I was coming for RCMA, Religious Conference Managers Association. All right, y'all, go ahead and invite folks to join us. This is going to be part two of my scope from earlier today. How to gain visibility in an overcrowded room. Yes, how to gain visibility in an overcrowded room. Good to have you guys on. Let me make sure I share my own broadcast. How about that? Let's see here. All right. Okay, good. Sorry about that. It is on and going well now. So I want to talk about part two of how to gain visibility in an overcrowded room. So if you were on with me earlier today, you know that I shared part of my story as to how I actually got here. Hey, Pastor, glad to see you made it back. I didn't get to finish the story, so I was talking to my assistant earlier, and she was like, Robin, it was so good. You make it up. Right. Cedric said I'm making up for the whole year early. Right. Listen, because I'm not going to be on as much as you're used to seeing me. So I want you all, I want to hang out with you as much as I can. But anyway, she was saying, oh my God, it was so good. And so there's some other parts of the story. So I wanted to make sure that I wrapped it up. And then you guys, I had an actual teaching that I wanted to do. So I want to make sure that I get that in as well. So please make sure that you share the broadcast, hit the buttons there on the bottom, and let the good folks know that you are on with me. Hold on one second, you guys, while we're waiting on people to join. This is Robin. I'm good. How are you? I am doing my Periscope, but I saw it was you, so I at least wanted to answer. Are we going to do our group call? Yes, you're very hoarse. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, all right. Are we going to do the group call or you don't think so? Okay. Okay, all righty. Okay, all righty. I'll call you back when I finish. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's how you keep those money coming calls coming. You have to be responsive to your clients. So thank you for excusing me for that. But yeah, go ahead and invite somebody and let's continue the conversation. I appreciate it so much, all the great comments and feedback I got from earlier. So let me just jump in here. Let me welcome all my first timers. Thank you guys so much. Those of you watching it on the replay, of course, you can hit the screen and give me some hearts as well. But I'm really excited because every Monday at 12 noon, I'm doing my church chat. And then at 12:30, I am doing my kind of winner circle for my entrepreneurs, teaching you how to build your online academy or build your online presence so that you can make money from it. And one of the things that I'm very, very fortunate to do is that I've learned how to use automation so that I can continuously make money. I was looking here. I told you guys I make money every day. Here are 2 checks that came in the mail even today. Yes, a lot of you all know I make money from speaking. I make money from product sales and all that stuff. But I also make money from affiliates. So here's 2 checks that need to be deposited that came in the mail today. See, I'm not one of those jokers that's just talking a good game. I am actually doing a good game, right? And so I just wanted to share that with you. And so I shared earlier today that, of course, I gave 3 strategies that you can follow so that you can shine bright and illuminate, right? And gain exposure even or visibility in an overcrowded room. But now I want to give you the practical steps. So I was sharing my story as to how I had a wonderful opportunity to be entered in a contest that I did not enter, but I was nominated for. And I was up against 5 other people at this women's conference. And so the voting was done online before we got to the event. Long story short, I won. And so go back and watch the first video so you can hear my whole story, my whole journey of how I got there. It was definitely worth everything that I went through because that's what's landed me here to even speak with you. So, but what I want to get to in sharing is that I told you guys that, yes, I won the award, but that wasn't my goal. My goal was to figure out how I could win even before I got to the actual conference. And so what I did when they called me and said that I was nominated, quickly, because I always pray for creative ideas and witty inventions every single day because I'm all about wealth building. I don't want to just be rich. I want to be wealthy, right? And I want to be wealthy in multiple areas of my life. And so what I did was I knew that people were going to go to that page to vote. They were going to see the 6 nominees. And because they didn't know who I was, they, 9 times out of 10, they were going to click on my link to see who I was. Well, when they clicked on that link and it took them to my website, they read a little bit about me, but then a pop-up box appeared introducing them to a workshop that tied into the award category. So the award category was in media, meaning social media, publicity, PR, all of that stuff. So I flipped it and I offered my own online workshop training as to how to get exposure, right? And so I charged like, I don't know, $97 or something like that. And people started registering for my workshop. So I actually made money and I received increase before I even got to the event. So see, I had already won just from the mere fact that I was able to monetize that opportunity. That's why I tell people, I'm not impressed that you've got, 20,000 followers if you can't raise, $1,000 from them, right? Because what you have to do is you have to shift people from your audience to your tribe. And that's a little bit of what I'm going to teach tonight, is how you shift people or how you get people from your audience to your tribe. So the people that signed up for that class, they immediately let me know that they were not just my audience, but they were in fact members of my tribe. And so I didn't have the money to go to the conference. So my sister sponsored me basically. She bought my airline ticket. A good girlfriend of mine let me stay in her hotel room, all this stuff. So go watch the first video. I explain all of that. And I did ultimately win. So I won twice. I won the award from the organization, from the conference. And then I won because that's what really helped me learn that my strategies worked. And so that's what I kind of want to talk about tonight. One of the things that you have to understand is that everyone that supports you, that loves you, that cheers for you, they are not necessarily assigned to you as in relation to your success. All right? So everybody that loves you, that supports you, that encourages you, that doesn't mean that they are assigned to your success. So what do I mean by that? What I'm trying to say is that I've heard a lot of entrepreneurs say, everybody kept telling me that I should do, XYZ. I should host an event. I should host a conference call. But then they didn't support me. They didn't register for it. They didn't come. They didn't sponsor somebody. They didn't sow a seed. Well, see, they weren't ever assigned to your success. They were just assigned to encourage you. And once you understand the difference, you can thank God for them for operating in their role or their assignment. And then you need to focus on how do you reach those that are assigned to your success. The reason why I say I make money every day, because God has assigned people to my success. That's why I'm not intimidated that there are other coaches out there that do what I do. It's because the way I do it is Robin's way, and then there are people that are assigned that are looking to hear it from me. The Bible teaches us that the sheep know the voice of their shepherd, and a stranger they will not follow. It's the same thing. The principles of the Bible, the scriptures, they work. You just have to know how to employ them. And we in church, we do ourselves such a disservice because we always just want to use the scriptures to employ our faith. But you can use the scriptures in so many other areas of your life. And that's what I am here to teach you. Everybody knows that my coaching is all based on biblical principles. So one of the tools that you need to use in shifting and understanding who's assigned to your success is called a sales funnel. Everybody type that in the comment box. Sales funnel. Good stuff. Welcome to all my first timers. Good stuff. Yes, type sales funnel. Funnel. Yes, sales funnel. You have to understand and know the definition and embrace what's called a sales funnel. All right. A sales funnel is merely the steps you're going to take to turn your audience into your buyers. So those of you that are doing like me, you're hanging out here on Instagram, Facebook Live, Periscope, whatever network you're on, and you've got people that follow you, your job is to figure out which ones, it's like using a sifter with flour, it's to figure out which ones are supposed to go through the sift and which ones are supposed to stay. Those that stay, those are your buyers, okay? So you really want to focus on just speaking to those that are assigned to your success, meaning they will be buyers, all right? And if they aren't necessarily buyers right now, they will tell people about you. They will purchase something, maybe not what you initially are selling, but they'll purchase something from you somewhere along the line. And so I've got people that have been assigned to my success and continuously buy from me. I have people that are assigned to my success that buy one time from me. I have people that are assigned to my success that do nothing more than just send me leads. I have people that call me and say, so-and-so referred me. All right? But they're doing their job in their assignment to my success. Do you get it? Give me some hearts if this is making sense to you. Because what I want to do is help you understand how you can build your own platform, how you can create your own revenue streams. Yes, how you can start making your own dreams come true and not be dependent upon a job. What does job stand for, everybody? What does job stand for? Welcome back, Jessica. Good. There you are. Be your own boss. I love it. Just over broke. Yes. Now, some people have jobs just because they want them. They've got other wealth. They want to have, you know, interaction with people. They want daily fellowship, and all that's wonderful when you have those options. But that's typically not the story of most people. Most people need a just over broke just so that they can stay just over broke, right? And so I'm trying to help you figure out or how to learn how to monetize what your gifts are so that you can control your own income. All right. So there is, of course, many steps to the process, but I'm going to talk about the first step today, which is identifying your audience. So one of the things that I do extremely well is I understand my niche. Everybody type N-I-C-H-E, niche. Some people say niche, but niche or niche. I understand my niche. Welcome all my first timers. Hit the 3 buttons, invite some folks to join us, because this is where this is about to get good, and we're going to start talking about some money. Yeah, how to make some money. You know, how to get checks like these. I'm telling you, I get checks all the time like this in the mail. I make money every day, right? I have people that are assigned to my success, and you do too, all right? Watch my first video from today, though, so that you can understand how that process begins. But so this is part 2, and I'm talking about identifying your niche. The reason why you need a niche is so that you can draw and attract those that you specifically can solve a problem for. So a lot of people will tell me, I am, I'm called to the nations. Well, I'm called to the nations too, right? But the way that I'm going to reach the nations is through my specific niche. And so you can't just sit back and think, all right, somebody's going to discover me and I'm going to end up on national television. It doesn't work that way. 99.99%, it doesn't work that way, right? So you have to do the work to stand out. That's what I'm talking about. You know, how to illuminate, how to stand out in an overcrowded space. You have to identify a niche where you can show up as an expert. So you do things like I'm doing. You come online, you connect with people, and you share valuable information. All right, that's what you do. You show valuable information. And hold on one second, y'all. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Okay, good. You share valuable information. You have to let people know that you solve problems. You know, it's not until people are inconvenienced that they really start caring about people like you that solve problems. Well, you want them, when they get that to the point where they're that inconvenienced and they're looking for you, that you're there, that you're already in place, that you're already operating. See, I have a high-end coaching program called the Boss Academy. So when entrepreneurs decide, well, you know, I'm ready for a coach that can teach me how to level up my game, my program's already out there. And because I've been showing up regularly, they can go and watch previous episodes, not just what I recorded today. They're going to be able to go to my YouTube channel and see other videos. They're going to be able to go to my Facebook page and see other teachings. I have lots of valuable, value-added content out there. And so as a result, the price that I charge, they're not going to be shocked, because they're going to say, wow, this girl has been doing this for a long time. She's been solving problems. She's been making things happen for a long time. So once you identify your niche, it makes it easier psychologically, particularly, for you to focus in on that niche. Anything that doesn't fall within that niche, don't focus on it. It's as simple as that. So I am I like to say by day, a church consultant. I have my own agency, the Where Agency, and I serve as a church consultant working with churches, teaching marketing and social media and branding, right? And so like even today, I received an invitation to speak in Florida from a pastor that has a pastor's group that he wants marketing taught to. Now you may be thinking, well, I could teach marketing. Well, marketing for churches isn't the same as marketing for retail, as marketing is for brick and mortar, as marketing is for the sports industry, as marketing is for the aviation industry. right? And so most people that teach in those areas, they will probably tell you, well, I could teach church too, you know, right? You just change who the customer is. Well, you could do that with, you know, some extra studying, but it wouldn't be organic because they wouldn't understand the heartbeat of the industry. I understand the heartbeat of church because this is what I do, is church. All right. So even when I'm invited out, and I'm asked sometimes to, you know, speak at a corporate event or speak at associations, I can do it, but it's not like it comes to me firsthand. I have to go and research and plan. And I never plan to stay over there. I'm just going probably to honor a friend's request. I don't really market myself to do anything like that. So because I've identified that I'm the expert when it comes to marketing and branding and social media for churches, it makes it easier for those that have a problem, hear me, in those areas to find me because I own that niche. All right. Good stuff. God bless you, Jessica. And so in identifying your niche and showing up as the expert in your niche, that's how that sifting works. All the people that follow you online, yes, you basically are putting them in a sifter and you're shaking the sifter so that you only keep, well, I guess it's what comes out of the sifter. That's what you keep, right? What stays in it is what gets discarded. So, you know, when you're sifting flour, you want the flour that comes through. That's what you're trying to keep. And it's the same thing as it relates to building your business, building your online business. When you market, you're trying to attract those that are assigned to your success. And so as a result, those people that come through that sift, they are the ones that you now want to focus all your efforts and energy to so that you'll take them through the 3-step process of knowing, liking, and trusting. All right. And that's really, really, really important because people don't automatically just show up and buy from you. They have to have a relationship with you. All right. And so that relationship building takes time. And that's why, hey, Prophet J. Smith. And so that's why it's really important that you focus on that. Somebody was saying to me, why aren't you over on, Instagram, and why aren't you on Facebook? And sometimes I'm on those networks, but my audience, my tribe, my buyers, they know where to find me is on Periscope. Hey there, Jerry Brown. Glad to see you on. Yes. So it's important that as you begin to get in relationship with those that are assigned to your success, that you're found faithful. Yes, meaning I'm faithfully here on Periscope, right? They don't have to wonder, let me see if she's on Instagram. Let me see if she's on Facebook. No, they know, let me go and check Periscope because that's the space where she hangs out. That's the space that we can trust she's going to be. All right. So as you get them showing up, then the next step is to get them off of your respective network and onto or into your sales funnel. Remember, sales funnel is what we are talking about. It's important. Your sales funnel, and I don't want to get too technical, but your sales funnel is your email marketing list. All right. Don't do that. Don't fall for that, Jessica. So your sales funnel is created through your email marketing list. And so you go through a system, you set up your email marketing, and you create lists. And so those specific lists are how you create funnels so that anybody that buys or likes or opts in to your specific email list, they go in that funnel. So I have an email list for church marketing. So one of the things you guys often see me do is I'll share my text to join. You text my last name, W-A-R-E, to the number 22828. All right? You text my last name, W-A-R-E, to the number 22828. That is how you initially get on my email list. Then I'm going to start sending you emails that will give you the opportunity to let me know if you still are assigned to my success, meaning, are you going to opt in to an offer I'm going to send you? If you opt in, then that tells me, yep, they are assigned to my success, and that's who I focus on serving. All right? It's as simple as that. I'm going to share a success story. Good stuff, Prophet J. Smith. I love it. Yes. And so you have to make sure. So I put that thing out there into, I'm not sure what barista them means. But I want you to, focus on, let me get rid of that, trolls. I want you to focus on, put your efforts and energies to that crowd. So some people have asked me, well, why aren't you scoping every day for entrepreneurs? Because my focus and my attention goes towards those that are assigned to my success. So I give them all my attention. It doesn't make sense to come online every day sharing valuable information and pouring out your heart and giving and giving and giving, and the people aren't giving back. The people are supporting you. Remember when I started this scope, I said, you get this great big bright idea to host an event, and all your friends say, yes, that's a wonderful event, but then they don't buy a ticket. They don't tell anybody about it. They don't buy a sponsorship. So you feel like you're out there on a limb, right? It's the same thing. So I'm not going to be on here every day working hard to feed a group that is going to let me starve. Yeah. So I keep my presence out there. Now, let me just say this. I have been very consistent and diligent in building my platform. And so I'm able to walk away because I've got enough people that understand and support my success that I have a way, I have a mechanism in place to continue to connect with them. And that's what's important. So now I'll do, Monday and Tuesdays. I'll do 2 times a week so that I can meet new people and find out new people, because I know that God continuously places me on the hearts and minds of his people. And so new people that he's put me on their hearts and minds, when they show up, I want to be there. Yep, I want them to be able to find me. Hey, there's my brother, Pastor Bailey. And so I want to be there. But that's it. Because we've got to stop. Church has done such a disservice because we feel like everything should be free. And we feel like everything should be given to us when we want it and how we want it and, where we want it. And that's not true. That is not true. The Bible has tons and tons of stories of, if you want this to happen, then you got to do this. Right? And so, hey, Tier, glad to see you on. And so we have to use that same strategy in our businesses. All right. And so that's why you'll see I host webinars for $27. I host webinars for $97. I host conferences for $350. Y'all save the date. November 29th. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Yes, November 29th through December 1st for P3. Pray, Plan, and Prosper. The early registration is $350. Late registration is going to be $500. Let me tell you, I'm working my way up because I know the value that I give at that retreat. All right. So somebody emailed me even maybe late December or something, and they said, what will registration be? And I appreciated that they reached out to me because they didn't assume that I would stay where I was. Absolutely not. I'm growing. Anytime you plant a seed that is nurtured, it is going to grow. Absolutely. And so the seed that I planted through P3, it is growing. And so as a result, I can sustain it with yet a higher price point. Thank you so much. Yep. So save the date, P3, November 29th through December 1. And I have people now asking me, when does registration open? Now, you guys, I remember when I charged $25 for events. So I'm not trying to tell you, jump out there and start charging $300. Absolutely not. That's why you've got to build your niche. You take them through the know, like, and trust process. All right. So remember, watch video 1 on Periscope that I did this morning, teaching you how you can gain visibility in an overcrowded room. Do not become overwhelmed or threatened or what's the word I'm trying to say? I don't want you to become, oh goodness, it'll come to me in just a second. Help me, Holy Spirit. But I don't intimidated. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I don't want you to become intimidated because, you know, in the space you're in, there are already, you know, 10 amazing people. Well, baby, you're about to be the 11th. That's how you have to look at that. You got to walk in that boldly. I'm telling you, two checks came today that I have to go and deposit. I told you all earlier, a friend sold a $500 seed in me. Somebody else sold a $60 or $70 seed. I have somebody that sells $25, $30 almost every single week. I just, people so into me. They're not even looking for products, but they do that because I have shown that through transparency, through consistency, I've taken calls from people that easily I should have charged $300 for. But I understood, you know, I know how it felt when I was trying to grow and build my brand and I had questions. And there's just sometimes you just want somebody to listen to you. And so I take calls like that. I honestly do. Now listen, don't all y'all blow up my calendar, but you know, I do have my calendar out there on my website, and you're able to book a complimentary session with me. I do that so that I can help point you in the right direction. And I tell people that they're not ready for me. I do. Some people I say, you're ready for me, but you're actually ready for the next level. So do X, Y, Z, you know, in addition, right? So that way, because you know, my success probably took, I told you what that award was in 2013. This is what, 2018. So that's what, is that 7 years? I don't know why I can't do math right now. 5. That's 5 years. I've been at this for about 8 or 9 years. Absolutely. I've been at this for 8 or 9 years. And, you know, there were some times in my growth where I didn't believe that water was wet. Yeah. So I had to act like, you know, I was from Minnesota, the show me state, you know, and I teach my students, listen, I made so many mistakes that I've proven don't work. So you don't have to make them. Just listen to me. And so, you know, I slowed my own growth down in quite a few instances. And I don't want my students to experience that. All right. Will you reset? Please share what you do when you get a moment. Okay, I certainly will. So that's what I'm here teaching you all about tonight. So I'm a coach, success coach, Robin Ware, and I actually own my own agency. So, you know, as I like to say, during the day, but full time, I work with churches and pastors teaching marketing, PR, branding, church growth, you know, all that great stuff, even technology. I'm a digital strategist even. So I travel quite a bit on the weekends conducting leadership workshops. I have 9 income streams, of which probably 4 are continuously flowing. So again, I'm very honest and try to be as transparent as I can be. A lot of people will tell you, oh, well, you know, I got 9 income streams. Well, the truth of the matter is that typically all aren't flowing. All right. But I'm telling you my truth. I've got 4 that are continuously flowing. And then the other ones, they're like little brooks, right? They're trickling along. It just kind of depends what season I'm in and what I put my attention to. But they are flowing. Those 4 that are continuously flowing are because of automation. And so part of what I even taught tonight in identifying your niche and being faithful to your niche, God is going to then assign people to your success. And as a result, you're not going to have to worry about a lot of the worries and the cares that most people in the world do. Why? Because you're controlling your success. So when it snowed here in Atlanta last week and, you know, people couldn't go to work for 2 days, I still made money both days. Absolutely. I'm traveling a lot. I still make money because I have automation in place for things to continuously grow. So one of the things that I always do is I remind people that they can join my email list just by texting my last name, W-A-R-E, to the number 22828. Excuse me, do that. If you're not on my email list, if you're a first timer, if you do that, take a screenshot of it, but you could do it right from your phone. Just open up your text message and text my last name, W-A-R-E, to the number 22828. And so it's really important Oh, okay, hold on one second, you guys. Sorry. Okay. It's really important that you focus on, and I said it in the first video, but that you focus on your success in this season. I told my students at P3, your assignment for 28 is your success. That's it. So those of you that are helping out a friend, babysitting, taking their kids here, there, and everywhere, and cooking for folk and all that kind of stuff, you guys shut all that down. I know that sounds harsh, even crass, but listen, you can be a much better and bigger help to people if you can financially support it. I'm telling you. And so, give them some notice. Try to help them find your replacement. I'm not saying just go cold turkey on people or your responsibilities, but you really need to understand wealth building. And part of wealth building, those people that are a success. I was reading something, maybe it was on Instagram, that Steve Jobs said that passion is one of the success keys that entrepreneurs need to understand. The reason why people make it versus those that don't is because they were passionate about it. Because entrepreneurship is a lot of hard work. I'm telling you, I've had my phone turned off, cable turned off. I've had to go get part-time jobs, all that kind of stuff. And had people look at me and say, nah, you working a part-time job. You thought you were going to be this successful entrepreneur and it ain't happening. Well, they ain't saying that now, right? So you have to have so much passion that you don't care what people say about you, what people think about you. When you put up that flag and say, halt, everything stops right now. This is where the rubber meets the road, because I've decided that it's my turn now. Not everybody's going to be happy for you. Yeah, particularly those people that you take pressure off of them. Yeah, but now it's time for them to figure out how to get some things done. Yes. So don't be mad don't let people make you, feel bad that you want to do well your way. All right. So start, you got to build your sales funnel. You've got to find who your tribe is versus your audience. That's why I don't spend time on Facebook too much, because Facebook has a lot of wonderful people on it, but most of those people aren't my tribe. They're not people that I'm assigned to solve problems, who in turn that are assigned to my success. But my good folks here on Periscope, I love you guys because you guys show up. You allow me to speak into you, and then you in turn show up and you contribute to my success. So thank you for my super heart. I appreciate it. What questions do you guys have? It is possible to illuminate, to gain visibility in an overcrowded room. I'm telling you, I'm here. I'm proof. Good, Kim. Yep. Thank you, Kim. Find your tribe and build your sales funnel. And if I had to add another part to that, it would just be that you got to show up and do it, consistently. Yep. Go where your time is well spent. Absolutely. Even in church, I've been in church all my life. I've been volunteering. I still volunteer. But you have to understand that at a certain point, you need to step back and allow somebody else to step forward so that you then can go do what's assigned to your hands. I think it's a disservice. We do God a disservice when we don't achieve the level of success that he's assigned to us. I'm telling you. Somebody said, how do you find your tribe? I kind of just went through that, but it takes consistency. You've got to show up. You've got to add value through your teachings. You've got to be found faithful. You've got to love the people. Be transparent. People that are assigned to you will connect and they'll stay consistent with you. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't start thinking about, oh my gosh, I got to get, because you'll hear coaches say you need 2,000 people in order to get 150 people that buy from you. And that may be true. I don't know what the formula is, but it doesn't matter to me because I make money every day. Now, some days it's $1,000. Some days it's $8,000. Some days it's $600, right? But I make money every day. I have systems in place that allow me to do that. And on the days where, in the physical, money doesn't actually come in, I promise you that there are people out there making strides and referrals and recommendations to find those that are assigned to me so that I can continue to make money every day as I professed. I'm telling you, I got a call today. I got a call today from somebody that said, we want you to come in. We want you to work with all of our pastors. And I'm calling you because XYZ called me and told me about you. Last week, I got a call from South Carolina. Pastor said, never heard of you. He said, so-and-so told me about you. I want you to come in and speak to our Pastors and Leaders Conference. I got another event in May. A person called me and said, listen, we're revamping our entire Pastors and Leaders Conference, and we need you to come and speak. I'm telling you, when you identify your niche, it's very difficult to be all things to all people. You could continue to try it if you want to. Let me know how it works for you. But what I'm saying, look, as far as me and my house, right? Amen. You can tell I'm a church girl. But I'm consistent. I stick with those entrepreneurs that want to learn how to use technology so that they can build their online presence, so that they can make money online. I work with churches and pastors, teaching ministry excellence, customer service, 5-star church. I'm consistent with that. If you go on my website, The Wear Agency, you'll see I don't have workshops out there teaching on emotional health. I don't have workshops out there teaching how to find a general contractor or a builder. You know, none of that. I need prayer for my diabetes. Absolutely. I'll pray for you, sweetheart. Do you offer mentoring one-on-one? Yes, you can go to my website. You can book a session and I'll talk you through my sessions. And I work with some amazing people. I had somebody just call me Friday, and they booked me for 2 times a month to do one-on-one coaching. Really high profile. But I'm always confidential with my clients that I coach. And so you would be very, very impressed. But they don't understand technology like I do. And so they said, I don't really want to be in a group program, you know, probably for confidentiality reasons. They don't want people to know that they really want to try to learn this. But they said to me, Robin, you're the go-to girl. I said, thank you. You know, it's not about arrogance. It's just about confirming that all this time and energy I've spent teaching on technology, that I've proven my worth. So when I get calls like that, and they're literally like, you know, how do we pay you? I give them the link. They pay, and we're on schedule. You know, they want sessions for an entire year. Why? Because I stay on top of technology and trends, and they want to be able to stay on top of technology and trends. So I'm not one of those, I'm not prideful, so it doesn't bother me that I don't get the credit. It doesn't bother me that they're not going to say my name. Because they pay me, right? So I'm excited about your future. I'm excited about your success. I'm glad that you've chosen to show up. I've got, I should show you guys, I got some awards even this past weekend. I was honored at the Dream Center for being a part of the startup of that ministry and for the contributions that I've made. I know that I have sowed seed and that God is going to honor my time and my commitment. And so he'll do things to let you know that you are in the right space. And yesterday was one of those. Thank you so much. Yep. Yesterday was one of those. So, yes. So I'm going to take a picture and put it on Instagram so you can see. So listen, thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure you're on my email list. Like I said, I got some great things coming up, working with my team so that we can get everything rolled out. But I am super excited about this season in my life, and I want you to be just as excited about this season of your life. It's never too late to be what you should have been. You can get started. I just need you to make that commitment. You know, it's not until you make the commitment that the change will show up. So God bless you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Any more questions? Any more questions? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look, I should have brought out my wand, right? Good stuff. Absolutely. Yes, thewearagency.com. Go check that out. You can schedule your session. Hey, Toronto. Awesome. Glad to have you on. What if you have, thank you, God bless you, more than one niche? Absolutely, I have more than one niche. is the resource for scheduling your well. Yes, that's funny, Jerry. You would ask about that. It's going to be in the rollout. We've redone some things, but the new rollout, you're going to love it. So you're on my email list. So you're going to get the notification when it's ready. So thank you for asking. But to the person that asked, what if you have more than one niche? One of the things I teach is that you have to focus on which of them are what we call your lowest hanging fruit. So, of course, there's some more strategies that you need to have in place in order to do that. I can't teach you that through Periscope, but that's why I'm your coach. Yep. So feel free to sign up and have a session with me if you want to learn more about that. Visibility, what do you mean? Building your platform, gaining attention to what it is you do so that you can get bookings, you can get speaking opportunities, you can make product sales, you can get your book published, you can get TV interviews. Absolutely. That's what I mean by visibility. Yeah, because it's time for everyone, right? Everybody with these amazing gifts and talents. It's time for you all to stop being a best kept secret. That's what I tell my students all the time. Yep, my Boss Academy students. You're welcome. God bless you. I think it's Black. Is it Black Diva? Good stuff. Thank you. Good. Glad to have you on. I'm my first timers. Glad to have you guys on. So I wanted to make sure I finished out. Oh, you know what I wanted to say? This is really the reason why I wanted to do part 2. If you watch part 1, the scope that I did earlier today, I talked about, my amazing success story from winning that award or being nominated for that award. The one piece I forgot to tell was that the people that signed up for that workshop, I ended up making like almost $3,000 from a workshop that I hadn't planned, that I literally just put up a landing page and a registration button. Because, I didn't have to prove that the workshop existed. I just needed to have a platform for people to be able to register. And because I knew about platforms and because I understood webinar systems, I was able to turn that thing around in 24 hours and get that landing page out there. And the people started buying and registering for my workshop. And so though I didn't have the money to go to the conference like in the next 2 weeks, I was able to get my spending money together so that I wasn't there broke. And then, of course, by the time I hosted the workshop, I had the rest of the money. All of that because when I was nominated for that award, the Holy Spirit spoke to me not to focus on winning the award, but to focus on winning and being turning the exposure for being nominated for the award into revenue. I'm telling you, and that's exactly what I did. It's exactly what I did. Alrighty, well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all so, so, so much. Again, make sure you're following me online. Go to Facebook, Coach Robin Ware, and like that page for me, as well as make sure you're on my email list. Our new system that we're launching is almost ready, and so I want you to be one of the first ones to be notified when it is ready. So again, text my last name, W-A-R-E, to the number 22828. Thank you, Pastor Ron Pitts. Glad to have you on. Prayerfully, we'll get to connect soon. All righty. So, hey, Felix, glad to see you jumped on. I know that you are busy. That's Felix Anderson. Y'all make sure you're following him online. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.